Hey everyone, welcome to another battle report. The Necrons are going to be taking on my Tyranids. So this match is actually going to be played kind of by myself, with my wife assisting me piloting the Necrons, where I will be playing my Tyranids. The whole idea, as I mentioned in my last battle report, is I'm looking to get some experience with the Necrons, kind of see more how they play. Like I mentioned, I'm really trying to learn this faction from the ground up, not spending a whole lot of time reading about it or watching too many things to start off. I thought it'd be really unique to actually play the faction out, learn all about it, which is an experience that's not often found with 40k, especially where I've been playing Tyranids for such a long time. I'm very used to most of the happenings with that, so just kind of something fun to try. So, looking at my Tyranids, it's 1,000 points. We are playing Incursion once again until I get more Necrons painted. Should have 1,500 points done by the end of next week if all goes as it has been. But in my Leviathan detachment, I have my Hive Tyrant. He has 2 sets of monsters rending claws. The sliding talons are going to proxy. I have rending claws on the painting table. He has the Resonance Barb, Catalyst, Psychic Scream, and Toxin Sacs. So I brought him because it's a min-cost loadout for the Hive Tyrant, with mortal wound damage output and a little bit of counter-offensive with the rending claws. So a friend of mine had recommended trying that out just to save some points and still have a little offensive output. So got the Malanthrope, 9 warriors kitted out almost exactly as you see. We have the Venomcanons, Boneswords, Deathspitters. There is 2 warriors, I think it is, that have Sliding Talons. I have my Sliding Talon warriors with Deathspitters, but I just didn't pull them out yet. Just to have enough points to fit in the 10 Termagants, Lictor, and double Tyrannofex. So I'm going to attach their Hive the Acid Spray, just not hooked on yet. They have acid sprays I just mentioned, adrenal glands on both. The one actual Tyrannofex head right there has Dermic Symbiosis, enhanced resistance as well on the warriors, paying a CP for that, and that's 1,000 points of Tyranids. Everyone, here is the 1,000 points of Necrons. So probably going to be the base list for most of the Necron reports coming out for the next little while. With a few more new units being added in as I get them painted up. Obviously, you can see that it's an Indominus base, but had a few unique things added, such as the spiders. So it is a Mephrit Dynasty patrol detachment with an Overlord with the Arrow of Infinity. Aside from that, he has the Thrall of the Silent King Warlord trait, Hyperphase Glaive, obviously with that Tachyon Arrow relic. I have a Warden, kitted out just base. 19 warriors just to fit in everything. Had to reduce the warriors by 1. With the Ghost Flayers, I got the weapons right this time. 20 warriors with the Ghost Reapers. 3 Scorpec Destroyers. Then 3 Canoptic Spiders with the Particle Beamers. They all have those as well. And that is my 1,000 points of Necrons. All right, folks, here is the battlefield that we're playing on today. We are playing the resupply mission from the incursion mission resupply from the GT 2020 mission pack. In this mission, there are a total of 5 objectives. One located here, here in the center, one back in this deployment zone, the other one over on this end, and then the last one in the other deployment zone there. So it's a 6-inch deployment zone from the board edge. So essentially from here up to that building and down. Then if we move to the other side of the table, it is right along this way for that side of the table. So for secondary objectives, with my Tyranids, I chose Deploy Scramblers, Engage in all fronts, and I went with the mission secondary, which was called Resupply. So if I control any number of these objectives in the middle, I can score a bunch of victory points depending on the battle round. So if we take a look at the secondary here, depending on the battle round, starting on battle round 2 and onward, at the end of my command phase, I score a victory point per objective A controlled. So this objective is kind of in the late game, so the whole idea is staying alive and scoring them at the end. So realistically, you could just hide in the end, run out and grab them at the end and see what happens. But so that's what I chose with my Tyranids. For the Necrons, they went with the Purge the Vermin, which is getting rid of the table quarters for 2 points per quarter, starting on battle round 2. While we stand, we fight, which is the 2 Necron warrior units, the spiders, and then they also went with the resupply option as well. So some interesting choices here. It's definitely going to be an aggressive game. I know I'm technically playing myself here. We got the purple Necron dice and the green one, but it's a great way for me to learn the game and also provide some entertainment for you as well, seeing the match go through. And where I'm playing myself here, it'll kind of be interesting. I'll talk about my strategies a little bit more in depth as well. So yeah, so hopefully it's not too lame that I'm doing this, but again, just trying to get as much experience as I can with the faction, and a great way to see a matchup that we haven't seen in quite some time on the channel, Necrons against Tyranids. So, all right, let's find out who's going to choose which deployment zone. Necrons get the pick. All right, so like I said, we're going to talk about a little bit more tactical insight in this report. So with the Necrons, looking at the table and the objectives that I have, I think the better option would be this side of the table, being that I have large blobs of warriors that need to kind of stay back and march forward. This side of the table really limits the deployment positions for the warriors, and is really going to give the Tyranids a hard time with starting a lot of their monsters in a safe space away from all of the high AP weaponry coming their way. So again, as I mentioned in the previous report, I really don't know how this matchup's going to go, being that very new to Necrons. I've said that several times now. Hopefully you're not tired of me saying that. But I threw together an average Tyranid list, a style of play that I'm very familiar with, and honestly, it's a style list that pretty much is all units that I love using, so it's just for fun, more or less. We'll see how it does, though, as we come back after all forces have deployed. So both forces have deployed here, so Tyranids took a little bit of a more defensive stance with them. So starting out, the first drop I did was I put the Termagants there in response to the initial drop of the Flayer warriors on this side. I was really waiting out the Ghost Reapers, because those are the things that if they get close are really going to chew through my Tyrannofexes, and especially even I guess the Hive Tyranids involved, but even my warriors, if they get close, it's not going to be good for them. So kind of deployed this way. My plan is to kind of like sweep around, really trying to zone out the Flayers, hopefully do enough damage to some spiders and everything. On the Necron side, they had a little bit more hard of a time deploying. I do think they kind of had the advantage with the side of the table, so all of the Flayer warriors there, Warlord in the middle, Destroyers, Warden, the 3 spiders, and then all of the Reapers up top. And obviously my Lictor as well is in his little appearing thing. Can't remember the exact name for it, never do. So yeah, so these guys, putting them there, I really want to kind of push this way and really prevent, because no matter if anything was deployed here, there was a zone where either a Tyrannofex or a Tyrant could have been blocked out. Reapers could have made it over and got a few shots off. Might not have been a huge deal, but with the spiders coming over this way, it would have been a lot of shots coming in. There's no way I could hide something there. The spiders actually would have been able to come up, and if they came up, then more Reaper shots would have got off. So it was kind of a not sure, but I think this side with the Tyranids is going to give me more chance to get positioned well with the Tyrannofexes, where there's likely not going to be a lot of things shooting at the Tyrannofexes right off the rip. Especially this one here, I can move in advance, get positioned, really hold down this side of the objective, and kind of push through. And if anything dare comes out to challenge the objective here, I can wrap around as need be, or with some good rolling, I'll get up and I'll be able to shoot anything that comes through where Necrons aren't as fast as my Tyranids. So that's it. That's deployment done. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention too, terrain. I mentioned a couple battle reports ago, but the style that we have set up right now, the trees are purely decorative. It just looks really cool, like an overrun city. So outside of that, they're there. They're not doing anything to block line of sight. Potentially may change that down the road in our games, but right now they're serving a purely aesthetic purpose for that. So there they are. All right, let's see. So I'm going to roll off again. Green Tyranid dice. purple Necron dice. Let's see if Tyranids can actually get first turn here. If you've been a watcher of the channel, they have struggled to get first turn. Oh, they do. There we go. So I guess unless I'm playing Salamanders, I'm going first. All right, so we're going to come back after Tyranid's movement and take a look what everything looks like. Again, really hope you enjoy this style. I'm honestly not going to do a whole lot of reports playing against myself, but new army, new opportunity for an exciting battle report, and a great chance to really learn the faction against my main army, which is Tyranids. All right, that ends the movement for the Tyranids. So a few good advance rolls made here. This turn FX got a 5-inch advance roll, which is pretty much what I needed to get in and get some shots off on those guys. The Tyrant got a 6 for his advance, so getting her up in nice range to do some Psychic Scream and also Smite. I need to double check though. I think if I kill off 6 of them, that's a big if too with reanimation, that the FX may not be able to shoot. I think I can only see 5 of them, so I'll double check that before I do it. Outside of that, the Gaunts performing the deploy scramblers in my zone, moving down this way. I moved the warriors through, thinking, okay, I'll get some shots in at those guys, but then realistically, for the amount of shots I'm going to get, and then also having cover, it's not worth it. So I think I'm going to play a little cat and mouse here, let the Necrons come out. I've got the Tyranids, he moved up position there. I refuse to let him, I'm talking to myself, let the Necrons come forward with the spiders and the warriors to get all their shots first. So I know the firepower with that could be pretty devastating. But that's it. We're going to come into the psychic phase now and see what's going to happen with the Hive Tyrant. So double checked on something here. Again, the great reason for doing this game is learning rules. So I just realized that the Necrons can't reanimate after mortal wounds and psychic, so good thing to think about. Very cool actually that my little Psyker Tyrant is going to come in quite handy here. So we're going to do all the attacks on camera here. Starting out with Smite, adding 1 because of my Resonance Barb, so getting a result of a 5. So just going off, I'm obviously going to keep that. I'm also at 6 command points now too, so I'm going to see how many warriors fall. 2, I'll take that. And the big thing with that is that I can also do Psychic Scream, because now I have enough room to kill off. Hopefully not enough guys, because the Tyranids can see more than enough to get his shots in there. So I'll do Catalyst, however, though. I think I'm going to give it to himself. I think with the tough 8 and him also just being a little bit more vulnerable, I think I'm going to give it to the Tyrant. I feel like the tough one. No, actually, I'm going to give it to the Tyranids. Reason being because that Tachyon Arrow Lord is right there, and if he comes out, I did at least have a 4-up in ball against that, plus my Leviathan, and with him, he just wouldn't get a save, and that's boom, 6 wounds done. I know I have Leviathan, but still, at least I get a chance at him. So Catalyst onto this Tyranids. Successful. And so two warriors have been slain in here. Again, we double checked. Only 5 are in range of the Tyranids. So tough call to make here. I'm going to have to do it on the spot. I'm trying to think about it more in my head. But I think I'm going to have to stop my psychic powers, because if I kill off 3, that's 2d6 shots plus my Stinger Salvo that I don't get to do with the Tyranids. So I think my odds are, even if I kill 3 there, I'll likely kill more than 3. The Tyranids is shooting. So that's it for the psychic phase. We'll come back after I do a tiny bit of right back for some shooting. So I'm going to do, again, more rolls on camera. We're just going to roll the number of shots so you get to witness and see if I'm going to be very happy for my Tyranids or very happy for the Necrons. So here we go. I'll take it. 9 flamer shots coming in. So that is strength 7. So we'll gather those dice up here. We are looking for 3s to wound. Here we go. Bet it all. So it's 5. Sorry, 6 saves to be made for the Necrons at AP -1. So we'll grab some Necron dice here. I got 3 of them. So Necrons are looking for 5 ups. So we'll just roll these in batches here. 1 live so far, so that's 2 casualties taken. 1 dice gone from there, so 3 more. 2 more, so I killed 4. So yes, more than I would have with Psychic Scream. Then I do have my Stinger Salvo to shoot as well, with 2 hits, being that I advanced. Or sorry, 1 hit because I advanced. Looking for 3s again. Got it. Another 5-up save. No. So a total of 5 guys go down. So that ends the shooting for that Tyrant effect. So let's see reanimation. So I got 5 of these to make. So I'll just roll these and 2 more. So looking for those 5s, re-rolling the 1s. So we got 1. Re-rolling that 1 because of warriors. Oh man. And then there was 5 altogether. So 2 more of these. Nope. So 3 slain. Ah, man. I was hoping for a lot better than that, but oh well. So that's it. That ends Tyranids turn 1, as nothing else in my army can shoot. Taking it again very slow, kind of playing strategically, let the Necrons come to me, but is that a bad thing? We'll find out here after we come back. Necrons. Where there is morale to do. They have leadership 9, so on the roll of a 6 here, we got some more Necrons. So let's see, purple dice come through for Necrons. Tyranids and me are saying no, or it's a yes. Nah, no 1. They are not worried at all, so that's it. So that ends the Necrons movement. So the command protocol that I had in play, well, I know what it does. What is it called? It is the protocol of the sudden storm. So I've added an inch to my movement. So it worked out really good because I have my characters here and here, so able to dish out that extra movement for everyone. So then over this way, the Necrons, big thing about that, I almost forgot about it, but then getting that extra inch put me closer and also denied any area that the Lictor could come in. So right now the Lictor fully denied on turn 2 for coming into the Necrons deployment zone. So these guys all launch forward. The Destroyer's grabbing that objective. Got a decent charge coming through there potentially. The nice thing about holding that objective and being in charge range there is if they don't make the charge, they're holding an objective. Warden's in range of that objective, also within 6 inches to give these guys their march thing. And over this way, the Overlord came out, got his Tachyon arrow primed. The warriors over here got a nice advanced roll of 4, getting that extra inch to move with the noble who was by them at the start. From the command directive. Sorry, I'm messing up here. Getting the extra inch from him. He has a 12-inch range, so he gave that relentless march to them, and then the warden gave it to those guys since they were in there because of the thrall. Spiders moving forward, they had no targets at all, so they just kind of shipped it forward, getting ready for a counter charge. So it's literally my turn effect is going to come out, not do nearly as much damage to them as I'd hope, and then they get to pound. So I really got to hope the warriors and the turn effects next turn can do the damage because that tide is coming. So let's come back after Necron shooting and see what it looks like. So pretty much just going to be these guys. So starting out, I am going to launch the Arrow of Infinity right away, and I'm going to put it into that Tyrant effect. So good chance I can do a bunch of damage here. Then it's going to kind of let me know where do I want the warriors to shoot, because there's 28 shots altogether, 14 of them left there, and they are all in rapid fire range thanks to the extra 3 inches from Mefrit. So we'll start with the Lord hitting on his 2-up. Oh god, I'm burning the CP right there. So 1 CP gone, down to 6 for the Necrons, hitting on 2. Got it. Then I will spend another CP and do the auto wound, so I don't need to do a wound roll. Boom, that Tyranid's effects is suffering 6 wounds. However, I do have my Catalyst that went off last turn from the Hive Tyrant, so oops. Dice went flying there, so we'll grab 1 more. So 6 to roll. We're going to see how that Tyrant effects does. Come on, lad. Oh, not bad at all. So saves 3 of those. Boom, only takes 3 wounds altogether. So I'll gather the dice up. We'll see how these warriors do. I'm going to be some stratagems coming into play as well. So spending a couple CP with these warriors. 1 for the Mefrit stratagem to get more mortal wounds. So any rolls of a 6 here could inflict a mortal wound. I'm hitting it, oops, AP minus 2. And then I also spent another one that 6s automatically wound as well. So 6s are going to be a big deal here, being that I wound on 6s And then the other one is a 6 scores an additional hit as well. So really looking for 6s. 28 shots, got 28 dice here. They have the add 1 to their hit roll by my will be done. I believe that's what it's called by the Lord right there. So roll these, take a look, and then we'll see how things look. All said and done, we have 4 potential mortal wounds, or up to 3 mortal wounds, but 4 dice worth of extra mortal wounds coming through. And these also don't need to make a wound roll. Then I got 4 extra hits as well, which I replaced. I had 4 1s in there. That was a hit. So we're going to roll these all again, if I can pick them all up. Lots of dice. Then we are going to roll them out. Looking for 6s again to wound. This is AP -2, being that I'm in half range at Mefrit. Whoa, that's not bad. Oh, got 1 more. Oh, that's not bad at all. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 altogether. Then plus a few more that could cause mortal wounds there. So we'll grab my Tyranid dice, clear this out, and we'll see if my turn effects can live. So first up, I'm going to do it right away. I got the 4 saves coming through. This will be at 5 up save, being that it's AP -2, being half range for Mefrit. So I'm doing the 4 dice that each one of these will be 2 damage, being that a mortal wound can come through. And being that it's a mortal wound, I don't get my catalyst with this. So that's really going to hurt. So look for those 5s right off the rip here. Oh! Oh, I know what it feels like for Josh, my Salamander's opponent. And then, so I'm taking a wound for sure, dropping me down to 10. Then I have 1 dice here that will be used for catalyst, just to save 1 wound. That was the mortal wound. Okay. And then 5 more, 5 ups, only 1 damage each. I will be getting catalyst from each one of them. Holy smokes. 2 more. So 8 wounds left for that Tyrant effects. I do believe that we'll drop him a profile here. Oh, let me double check. Yes. No. He's at 8. I always forget if it's 8 or 9. But there we go. So that is shooting done for the Necrons. No other shooting can take place. We do have a charge that's about to happen. So we will roll for that and see if it's going to go forth. So I will do the, I measured it earlier, but I forget what the number is. I'm going to roll, and we'll see what it is. I have 2 CP left with my Necrons. Very unfortunate that I didn't take that turn effects out. Far too many saves there made. Statistically, that boy should have been dropped down quite a bit, but not a whole lot you can do with that. So we'll start off with the those guys coming through. So the turn effects will do some Overwatch. Which we'll resolve here. So Overwatch going down, so spinning its CP down to 5 with the Tyrant. So let's see how my Acid Spray does against these guys. So how many shots we got? Not bad. So 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking for 3s to wound against these guys. Not bad at all. Let me get 1 here. So that is 6 so far. Then I also have my Stinger Salvo, looking for those 6s. Got 1, winning on 4s, sorry. Lots of 2s there. So that is 6 saves for the Necron. So we'll grab 6 dice here. Looking for TP -1, so for 4s. Not bad at all. So 2 go through in the end. And then we're going to roll up the charge distance. At least I think it's 4 up. Yes, it is 3 up save. I could remember their save. So there it is. So only 2 wounds taken on. Let's say it's the front guy, because I don't need that guy to live in case some more shots come through and I don't make this charge. So with my Necrons, I'm looking for a 7 to make it in. So there's a spot there that the base can actually fit. Even, I mean, we're kind of ignoring those again. It's aesthetic, but there's a spot that the base fits there. So going right through. Looking for a 7 to make it into that Tyranofex. Oh, they got it. All right. So there are some destroyers flying in. So giving up that objective, I think it is the choice to make, because if we tie that Tyranofex up, these warriors would be cooked next turn for the most part. Then that Tyrant will be able to pick away and get at the Lord there. So we know what that Tyrant getting in the backfield. So destroyers coming in. All right. So destroyers are in. They did a little pile in there. The plan is to consolidate into the Tyrant after they kill him. I'm saying that as the Necrons right now to kill him. Obviously, the Tyranid. Love that I have. I don't want that to happen. So I have all the attacks laid out. So reading out the names here, that is the Hyperphase Threshers, getting a total of 4 attacks each with them. So there's 8 altogether. Hitting on 3s, looking for, I mean, not looking, but getting 1, so I get to reroll. So, a few misses, rerolling those ones. Hey, look at that. It is strength 5 against tough 8, so I'm looking for 5s again. This is AP minus 3, 2 damage each. Oh, come on. Okay. So I'll just resolve that save really quick with the turn effects. So let's go, buddy. Nope. So that is 2 damage each, I think I said it was, yes. So 2 catalysts, 1 made, so down to 7. He is profiled now, which does matter a wee bit. Then we have those 3 Hyperphase Reap Blades. This is strength 7. Still going to be wounding on 5s at tough terrain effects. Hitting on 2s, rerolling the 1s. Goodness. There we go. Wounding on 5s. This is AP minus 4, so no save given. And 3 damage each, so here we go. 2 command points. At this point, I don't think it's worth it. Oh man, that terrain effects is just ruining my day. So terrain effects is going to attack back now with 3 attacks, hitting on, I think it is 4s, yes. Don't often get into combat with them. So 2 attacks hitting on 4s. Nothing. So the combat is a standstill. Yes. Whoops, I said 3 attacks. I get 1 more attack there. So, and I missed. Okay. All right. So, however, from the Necron perspective, though, there's a lot riding on clearing that objective, because killing him and having these guys consolidated would have denied that objective for the Tyranids. So that would have been huge, getting rid of that for the resupply and also the primaries. So, because Tyranids hold 2 right now, and now Necrons also only hold 2. So giving up that, there was a lot of faith given to the destroyers there, but they unfortunately have let the Necrons down. However, it is time for Tyranids to hit back and see if they can turn the tide here. Not looking good for the Scorpex. Oh man, but still lots of Necron bodies on the table, so lots more chances for them to fight back. However, I turn to this side of the table and I'm feeling very good now as the Tyranids, but I don't like over here. So we'll come back after Tyranids turn 2. All right, folks, that ends Tyranid's movement. So my Hive Tyrant came forward. Actually, in one thing too, I mean, obviously I have a lot to think about being that I'm running 2 armies here, but I forgot about the Malanthrope's aura. So in all fairness, though, not a ton of damage again was done to the terrain effects, but the Hive Tyrant, sorry, he didn't get any shooting either, but like that whole aura was covered there. And, you know, with that in mind, I didn't forget this time. So I positioned my Malanthrope. It advanced over this way to grab that objective. Still is within 3 of these guys. So then these guys' rolls are closer. So the Malanthrope more or less is protected. Terrain effects moved up enough to get line of sight and range onto these warriors. My warriors moved forward, still holding this objective. So Tyranid side scoring 10 for primary, 2 for resupply, and scramblers have been thrown down in the neutral zone. I used Metabolic Overdrive to move these Gons an extra 6 inches. Didn't advance, so I could still perform my action, gaining some extra movement, because the aim with them next turn will be to overdrive them into this backfield objective, hold that, and I can start to wrap with the Tyranids around, so really overwhelm the Necrons that way. So again, not killing that turn effects put a huge amount of hurt onto the Necrons, because that was going to be pretty clutch. Anyway, we're going to roll right into the Psychic phase with my Hive Tyrant. So we'll start off, I'm going to smite these guys, need to get rid of them. Let's see what I can do. So here we go. So smiting against the warriors, needing a 5. Got it. So that is D3. 2 warriors. Then I'm going to Psychic Scream. Successful. Another D3 mortal wounds. Let's see. 2 more, so that's 4 in total. Then I'm going to cast Catalyst using Resonance Barb, getting my extra cast. Got that as well, so very successful phase. And that as well is going to go on to the terrain effects. I really want to keep him alive. So that's it. So I'm going to gear up to do some shooting here, and then I will take a look at the most important ones for this phase. So we're going to start off. I'm going to use the Tyrant effects to shoot into combat. I can fire my weapons twice. Oops. Shoot twice in the shooting phase since he is staying still. So it's 2 sets of acid sprays. So we'll just do one at a time just for command roll purposes. So we got a 7. I will keep that. So 7. Strength 6, being that I'm profiled, but still needing 3s. 4 go through. So there's 4 saves needing to be made by the destroyers. So looking for those 4-ups. Look at that. All right, cool. So then for the next set, Necrons, making me look bad here. Making myself look bad. I will command point that. So I'm down to 4 CP, having used that metabolic overdrive as well. So let's go. Oh, that's better. So let's see if that can make up for the other shooting, because if not, I was really banking on that. Get rid of these destroyers. There we go. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, I did use pathogenic slime too. Forgot about that. I'm sorry, that was a wound. So yeah, good rolling there. So 5 altogether. 2, 3, 4. We'll grab one more Necron dice here. Looking for 4s again. Okay. Oh, so 2 fails. So that is Necron Scorpic destroyed and another one down to 1 wound. So we'll leave that there for now. Then a total of 8 shots coming in with the Stinger Salvo. For 4s. Bad. Then we're going to look for 4s again. 3 wounds. Oh, look at that. And they are 2 damage each since the extra damage from pathogenic slime. So that's another dead Scorpic. That is all Scorpics thanks to the Stinger Salvo. So big play there for the Tyrant. All right, so moving on to the other side of the table, we have the Tyrant effects we're going to do now. So 2d6 shots since he moved. He can't sit still and fire twice, so let's take a look. With a total of 8 shots, so we'll go over 8 altogether there. So looking for 3s to wound these warriors. Man. So half. So 4 saves coming through. 5 up. No. So 3 go down so far, so we'll put those into the reanimation pool. Then we have the Stinger Salvo shots. 50-50. And looking for 3s again. 1 more save. And that is a fail, being that it's AP -1. Then we have 4 reanimation rolls we'll do right now. Rerolling the 1 because of warriors. Nothing, so 4 warriors fall to the Tyrant. The warrior squad is going to fire inside. The Deathspitter shots here I rolled up from my Venomcanons. I have 5 shots altogether, so I'm going to roll all of these. And then I'm also going to burn up my last 2 CP to fire twice with the warriors. However, I'm going to roll these first because then reanimation will come into play at the end of this attack. Because then once again at the end of the phase, I will be technically starting a new shooting attack with the warriors. That's that. I understand it with the warriors. That should be right. So looking for 4s with the Venomcanons. Man, even with the prime, that wouldn't have mattered. That sucks. On a 2s now. There we go. So that is a 2-up save for the warrior. Nope. So 1 in the reanimation pool. Then we're going to come back and roll all of these dice for the Deathspitters and hope for a little bit better. So looking for 4s, so not too bad. Bump that one there. Looking for 3s. So it's 5 more. Let's see. These are on a 5-up. Let's see, AP -1, so it's a total of 4 reanimation rolls for the warriors. You're rolling the 1. Oh, so 3 more fall. The warriors. So now for the second volley, I got a total of 6 shots. All my CP are now burnt for the Tyranids. This will end my shooting phase, being that the Gaunts are obviously not in range of anything and also performing action in the neutral zone for deploy scramblers. So we'll take a look at the Venomcannon shots, looking for 4s. The prime on a hole would have just done nothing here. So looking for 2s again. Oh, man. So that's 1 at a 6-up save. No, that's 1 dice into the pool. Then all of the Deathspitters again. Rolling them out, looking for, 4s, not 3s. It's actually pretty good. So looking for 3s again, see if we can, oh man, so many 2s, so 5. 5-up saves. The Necrons, uh-oh. So that ends my shooting attack, so 5 reanimation rolls. They reroll. 3 more fall, so a little bit of a heavy toll there on the Necrons, but all said and done. 2, 3. Will do. So that ends my shooting phase. So let's move into some charges. All right, so the Warriors are declaring a charge against the Spiders. I'm going to see if I can get, it's a little bit less of a charge than going after the Warriors. And to be honest, the Warriors got morale. I'm feeling good about that. Hopefully I can make 1 or 2 more of them go. And then the Overwatch from these guys would also be a little bit worse, being that some of them are in half range. So that way the AP3 would be coming into play, and I don't get to ignore that with my enhanced resistance. So charge coming through. The Necrons, I'm going to decide to not Overwatch there, being that the Warriors ignore the AP -1 from the Mephrit Dynasty Power, or Dynastic Code, or whatever it's called. And then over here, the Tyrant is going to charge into those Warriors, who will Overwatch. So just all kinds of Overwatching rolls. I'm just going to roll those up and then come back. We'll see if the Warriors make their charge. Obviously, the Tyrant will be in. All right, so over this way, the Tyrant obviously made it in, took a wound from the Overwatch, so all kinds of shots coming through. Actually, 4 wounds went through and made 1 of my invols and then passed 2 Leviathan saves. So very fortunate there. Now my Warriors have a 8-inch charge they have to make, I think it is. So we'll roll it up here. An 8-inch charge. I think that's almost on the dot. So I'm going to double check here just to make sure, because this is going to be a pretty key moment. The Warriors have made it in. It was 8 inches they needed, so they all are able to attack thanks to the pile-in. Just being that guy is right against that terrain. I do have a Warrior right under there as well. So that means there is a total of I did have 3 sets of Scything Talons in the end, so 9 Scything Talon attacks coming through. So we'll take a look and see how they do. Rerolling 1s, and for 3s to hit. Looking for 5s to wound. So 2 wounds off of with the Scything Talons. So we'll put those over here. Then a total of 1 for the Boneswords. Attacks coming through, so I will apologize. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. This is the first game where I'm really showing most of the rolls. And it is a lot more awkward than it looks when people actually do this. I keep looking at the camera and not looking at where I'm holding. So I apologize if it's a little messy. Again, this is more of a test video and battle report in a sense. So we'll move those over there. That was a wound. So boom for those 3s. No rerolls. Oh man. I'm not gonna roll over here anymore. The other side of the table, I'm doing well. Alright, so looking for those 5s. And these are at AP -2, so this is where it matters. If I can kill one of the spiders, I'm sitting good. It's either I get charged by them or I'd be sitting there. So it was one or the other. Let's see. Ooh, not enough to kill a spider. That's not good for me at all. Oh, that's rough. We'll roll up the wounds here. So we have 3 at AP -2. So 3 5-ups. None. So that's 3 wounds taken. Then 2 3-up saves from the Scything Talons. So that's 4 wounds taken all together on the spiders. And I'm going to roll up all the spiders' attacks at once. So there's 5 attacks. They are at strength 8, so they're going to hit hard. Again, I was hoping just to kill 1. But we'll see here what's going to happen. No CP left. Yes, no CP left for the Tyranids. I spent them all. Take a look. Spiders hitting back. Looking for 4s. I believe it is. Oh, whoa. What? Look at that. It is 4s. Oh, that was rough. 2's the win for the spiders. So 3 go through. No save for me. It's AP -3. So I have a whole bunch of Leviathan dice hoping to make. I roll them at 2 at a time, being that 2 damage each. So first one gets up 6s. Nope, 2 damage. Next one. Nope. So that is a 1 warrior gone, and then lastly, another warrior. A warrior gone. Another warrior down to 2, or down to 1. So that's it. Kind of whiffing on both sides, really. All right, that ends Tyranid's turn 2. So I just resolved the combat here. Killed off 3 warriors between the tail and the rending claws. I killed 4, but 1 stood back up. Then the Necron's making a cheeky little move. So the guy back there can piled in this way. However, he ended closer to the Tyrant, but then also positioned himself so he's now in range of the adaptive strategy aura. So these guys are going to be backing out and fighting. So I was hoping to do a bit more damage there. Yeah, and nothing done to the Tyrant in return. However, we do have some morale rolls to make here for the warriors. So they lost a total of 4 guys. 5 guys. So they are good. The other warriors, though, however, over this way, had lost a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they need that 1 for the auto pass. They fail. So 1 guy runs, and I'm just going to count out how many are there. Actually, for these warriors, there's 9 of them there, and they are below half strength. So that means 1s or 2s. There's extra warriors running. So yikes, 3 more of them go. Oh, not looking good for the Necrons as I switch into Necron mode, moving into turn 3 for the Necrons. So scoring 2 points for engage for the Tyranids. Scramblers are looking primed to get down and sitting pretty good on objectives as well. So Tyranids really putting in some work here. So we'll come back after. Oh, this objective is actually over here. Got bumped earlier, kids. But we'll come back after Necrons. Turn 1 moving and see what it looks like. Turn 1, turn 2 movement. All right, so Necron movement has been completed. So being in range of the Warden here, I had to back these warriors off to get some shots in at this Tyrant. I got 2 CP to spend on getting some wounds through. The Lord moved over. It kept the warriors positioned enough that the Lord can charge through. Let's just say worst case scenario, I don't make it. The Tyrant will be able to come through at him. And also keeping the warriors there is going to, I think, zone. It's going to be tough to zone that Lictor out entirely, but I'm planning on doing a charge there. Over this way, I was back and forth for a bit about these warriors staying on the objective or moving. It's worth points, not only for primary, but also for resupply. So I kept them back. I moved them out of the range, so the Tyranid has to move forward. On a whole, though, that Tyranid is going to be moving for the Tyranids. I know that objective was given up, but the Tyranids do hold that one and that one. So they are still in good position, but just looking to get dominant board control there. But if I can keep these guys back here, again, it's going to push the Lictor out a little bit. There's going to be a pocket, but it's going to be in the corner. And the one thing I don't want is with my units on the Necron side getting smaller, having that Lictor zipping in and stealing an objective annoyingly, especially for the resupply. So I'm going to keep them back, potentially shoot at these gaunts and get them out of the way. Because obviously I know I'm playing myself here, but I know that these guys are going to be looking to come and get in here and ruin the backfield for the Necron side. And then the Warriors, I'm hoping between the firing of them and then the combat, I should be able to clear them out. If I clear them out, my Spiders are in really good position to come up over this way. Being that I know some acid spray can come in, but on a whole, Tyranids have no CP, so no pathogenic slime will be coming in next turn. So that's kind of the mindset with the Necrons right now. So I'm going to jump into some shooting, see what happens, see if some damage can be done. I know it's kind of bleak for the Necrons. The Tyrants having a good game here. Some good fortunate dice rolls as you've seen. But there's still a solid chance for the Necrons to play the objective, play smart, and pull ahead here. So let's take a look. So ready to do some shooting here. Got my Warriors dice all lined up. Spent 2 CP to get rid of, get the 6's auto wound, and then also the stratagem that allows the Warriors to get, blanking here, the mortal wounds as well on modified 6's. I'm also into Vengeful Stars, so the AP of their weapons forcing his invul save to come through. I might have been able to chip him down actually, but the thing is now is if I can kill this Tyrant, I know the acid spray can hit this way pretty hard, but if I can kill that Tyrant, that's gonna be 2 points scored there. If I kill those Warriors, that's another 4 points gained on a whole. So it's gonna be putting me 6 points ahead of the Tyranids here. So looking to be in good position with that as well. So we're going to roll off here, see what happens. My will be done has been given to these Warriors. So hitting on 2s, but looking for tons of 6s on the hit rolls. Just gathering up this mass amount of dice here. See if we can chip this Tyrant away. So, and also too, the Catalyst has been given onto this turn effect. So I'm going to go with my odds here and see if I can take down this Hive Tyrant. Here we go. Well, I see some 6s. 3. So that's a good start. 3 auto wounding, and also take out the misses here, so 4 misses altogether. So auto wounding and also mortal wounds coming through potentially. Oh, one more there. All right, so gather these up. Go for the wounds, looking for 5s against the Hive Tyrant with these Ghost Flayers. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all, I guess. Yeah, it's actually pretty decent. So we got 4 there. Pull out. All right, so a total of 9 saves need to be made for the Tyranid. So I'll grab my Tyranid dice to the side there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and roll up the 6 normal save first. Or sorry, when I say it's a normal save, I just mean 4 up invul, but not the extra mortal wounds. So let's take a look. That is 3 wounds coming through so far. So, I mean, the Leviathan's all going to be the same. So I'll keep those there. Then I had 3 more dice coming through. 4 ups for these. These are going to be 2 damage each, essentially, with the mortal wounds. 2 more. So I won't get to save the mortal wounds with the Leviathan, that is. So that puts me down to total of 9 wounds remaining. And then I get Leviathan against these ones. 1, so 4 more. So tons of damage. Coming in. It's the Hive Tyrant. And then while we're sitting right here as well, I'm just going to quickly roll up the 4 shots from the Warden over there, being that he is in rapid fire range thanks to Mefrit. So looking for those, I think it's 3s to hit with him. Yes, so 3s. There we go. Then looking for, I think that is strength 5, so looking for 5s again. However, this will be 4 up save and also 2 damage each, so this could do it. Look for those 5s, come on. Hey, good roll, sort of. 1 4 up save again for the Tyrant. Let's take a look. No, so 2 more damage coming through potentially. Oh man, I've been very lucky with my Leviathan. There we go, Hive Tyrant down to 4. Some charges primed up to come through there, so we'll come back and take a look there. I have tons of dice to roll over against these Warriors. I'll just do that off camera since there's so many to roll in time. All right, so I've rolled up. I killed off 2 more Warriors and dropped another down to 1 wound with the shooting. And then I whipped hard. These guys, I really mulled it over on who the best to shoot would be. I shot these guys. Did all right on my hit rolls, even with the Malanthrope there. But then to wound, I think I had 9 hits altogether, which is actually really good for the amount of shots I had. And yeah, I wounded with 2 of them. That's how many 2s and 1s I rolled, so really brutal there. Some charges about to go down though, so the Lord will go in along with the Warrior, so we'll roll that up here on camera. So Lord going in, he has made it no problem. The Warriors, they have made it obviously no problem as well, but they'll should be able to get lots into combat. So I got 4 wounds to chip through. We can do it if we get rid of that Tyrant. It's still looking okay, and then the these spiders are still getting hit back there. So gaining a wound back on one of the spiders, putting it up to 3 wounds as well. So come back after some fighting here. I'm just gonna move all the models in, then we'll roll some dice and see. Right, so the charges have gone down here. All the warriors making it in. Everyone can fight. I can fit these guys in. It's just with the claws there, which is annoying too. But I can push everyone in to get in the half inch. Lord is right there as well. So we're gonna do this up on camera, and then we'll come back after. I'll just roll all the dice for that fight over there, and we'll see what happens. So the Ward, can he take down the Hive Tyrant? So looking for some 2s to hit. One miss. No command points available. So Hyperphase 2 strength. So that's strength 7 against tough 7. So looking for 4s here. D3 damage each. This could easily do it. Let's take a look. That's 2. 2 wounds go through. Well, sorry, two saves to make. 2 wounds are successful on the wound roll. So Hive Tyrant, come on, buddy. Looking for 4s. Oh man, I hate it and I love it. All right, I'm just gonna roll up all these warriors' attacks as well. Then we'll see if they manage to pull it off. All right, so the warriors attacked. I actually got 3 wounds made, and then the Tyrant saved all of them. So not looking good for the Necrons, thanks to dice. And over this way, oh man. So the warriors got, I think it was a total of 9 wounds through, and then the spiders only managed to save, I think 3 of them. Yes, and then that killed off one of the spiders with 3 wounds, and then dropped this guy down onto 2 wounds. Sorry, I only saved 2 of them. That's right, math. And then spiders hit back, only hit with 2 attacks. Oh man, it's not good. Yeah, they only hit with 2 attacks, but no saves, or sorry, not saves. No Leviathan rolls made, so killed off a warrior and then dropped another one down to 1 wound. So tough go from the Necrons, tough break. Hive Tyrant gets to fight now though, so we'll see if he can do some damage here. Oops. So looking for 3s, I think it is now, where he's dropped a profile. So looking for 3s. I'm just gonna double check here. It's not too often my Tyrants either get obliterated or they're full. So yes, he is hitting on 3s because he's still in his 2nd profile. That's right. The Tyranid dice just mocking the Necrons. Then looking for 3s to wound. This is all in the Lord, obviously. So looking for 3s to wound. Bada bing, bada boom. So 4 up in balls for the Necron Lord. See if he can survive and keep these Necrons in the game. If he lives here, it's going to be a pretty big deal because the Necrons will be safe in combat from this guy for shooting. So big deal if this Lord can survive and then get to hit next turn. So he takes 2 wounds. However, they are D3. So 2d3 wounds coming in on him. That is 1 plus 2. So that is only 3 wounds taken. So the Lord will stand and continue in the combat here. So not good, but not bad for Necron. So only gaining 2 from Purge the Vermin, as that table quarter over here is fully clear along this way. The warriors are enough forward. While we stand, we fight is still nice and active. Spiders still going, as well as the 2 warrior squads and the resupply lines. Tyranids are really going to start racking up here if the Necrons can't capitalize on that. So we'll come back after Tyranids turn 3 movement. So that's movement done for the Tyranids. So this turn effects move back to get me into this table quarter wholly. The turn effects over here couldn't quite make it forward to grab that table quarter. Actually, sorry, the Malanthrope was supposed to. I forgot to do that. He went over on this side to grab that table quarter, still holding that objective. Or he moved up there to hold this objective. He is just within enough range to hold that one through the wall. Warriors are staying in combat, obviously. And then back over this way, my Gaunt's overdrived, losing another one, so there's only 5 there now, I believe. there 5? Yes, sorry, I forgot to pull 1 for that. I lost 1 on that. And that was the 1 command point that I gained. Is now gone. And they are holding this objective, but also 3 inches away from the warden, so we can't heroically intervene into them. So, keeping obviously the Tyrant in combat there, being that I can do some powers to these guys, and also to the Necrons making a nice strategic move to have the warriors. Oops, sorry, who am I talking to? I guess you viewers. They're in base contact here with the Tyrant, and I stayed within engagement range but didn't go into base contact with the Lord so as to make psychic powers hit them. So some strategic play here, really trying to keep the Necrons in this game. It's honestly a very interesting game. It's going to come down to some shooting and seeing how some combats go here. The spiders could bust out and be a game changer potentially, but I'm starting to really deny the Necron side any points. So we'll move into the psychic phase. So I'll grab my trusty Tyranid dice here. I have 2 dice to roll with my psychic power, so smiting in at these lads. It does go off thanks to Resonance Barb, adding 1 to my roll, so D3 from smite, 2 dead. So I'll grab them after. And then Psychic Scream, so look for a 5 again. Thanks, Resonance Barb. So it is D3 more, another 1, so 3 altogether. Gonna catalyst himself, the greedy guy. Goes off, nice. Oh, that was smite. So there we go, successful psychic phase, all said and done. So now we have some shooting to go down. I have 1 unit that can shoot, and that is the Tyrannofex into these guys. So 2d6 total shots with the acid spray, and then I have the stinger salvo after that. So let's see how many shots we get. Dang, how good this game is staying interesting, folks. Unless I do really well here on my shooting. So look for 3s. There it is. And then I'm going to roll the stinger salvo because they're all the same in the end with the AP. So 4 shots, 3 hits, 3 to wound. There we go. So a total of 7 save snake. We'll step back over this way. Grab 7 of these Necron dice. Then we'll roll them up, looking for 5s for my Necrons. Come on, lads. Oh, no. Not too good. Then we have reanimation to make because that is the end of the attack. So looking for 5s. Hey, I'm going to reroll that 1 because of warriors. Hey, so only 1 goes down. So some luck, fortune being shined upon the Necrons as a single warrior. As well, I'm being new to Necrons. I'm going to get better at declaring the command protocols I'm in. So I'm in the Undying Legions, and I chose the one that I can re-roll a reanimation roll with, and I thankfully got 1 left here. So let's see if that warrior gets to come back. He does. Nice. So we'll just grab this little guy here and stick it back where he's happy. All right, so catching myself again where I'm playing against myself here. One thing I'll catch, you might have noticed. Keeping him over for engage. I have to be 6 inches away from the center, which is true. So it's gonna be over here. I think those warriors are, I double checked before. I think they're like just on the cusp. They can be a little bit more tighter up to those runes too. They're just the claws and stuff. I just kind of moving through here. But so that was the reason I moved him there. I remember there was I thought to myself, oh, why didn't I put him over there? But that was why. So you probably, if you caught that, I caught it as well. So that's good. So I will only be getting 2 points for my engage this turn, unfortunately. But still, scoring 10 for primary altogether. I didn't mention the points at the start of the turn with the Tyranids. Scramblers is done with my Lictor, who is over in that corner, hiding down there. There was a pocket that he could come in. It's too hard to stop him fully with the damage the Necrons have taken. I scored a total of 4 points for my resupply objective, holding this one and that one. So we got some fights now. Now the tough thing is, from my Necron end now, flipping sides, is do I start here and go for the kill on the Hive Tyrant? Or do I go for the spiders hitting at the warriors to chip more of them down? Because the tough part is where the spiders are up to 3 wounds on one of them, it healed with living metal, and the other one's at full wounds. I should be okay. Hopefully I can roll a bit better. But then if I take this Tyrant out, there's again a good chance he could really finish off my Lord, being that my Lord has taken 3 wounds, regained 1 wound actually, so he is down to, I think it is 3 wounds. I think Lords have 5. But either way, I'm going to make my attacks with him. So I will start with the Lord over here. If I can kill this Hive Tyrant, it's going to be a pretty big deal. All right, so looking for those 2s. Nice. No command points yet for the Necrons. It's still Tyranid's turn. Looking for those boars, so big roll here. Oh, man. No good. Not good. No good. All right, so now we got some dice to roll up. So for my Tyranids, I'm going to go ahead and attack with all the warriors over there. And then we'll just kind of bounce back. So it's just a lot of dice to pick up for that side. So I'll just kind of roll that off camera to speed things along. And we'll come back and also do these guys as well and see what happens. Right, so in total, the warriors got 4 wounds off against the spiders. It's a 5-up save, thanks to their AB2 Boneswords. And I need to make at least 2 5-ups to keep a spider alive and thus gain a total of 10 attacks here against the warriors, which I have ready to show you. So let's give it a roll. Come on, spiders. Oh, look at that. Oh man, this game is interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, a wound taken there. So we'll mark that down. So 1 spider's down to 2 wounds, about 2. I'll just leave it actually because we're going to go into Necron's turn next. So it'll be right back up to 3. So 10 spider attacks. Maybe if I do this on camera, they'll do well, just as the warriors have. So let's take a look. Look for 4s. Oh no. Oh no. For Tyranids. Looking at 2s to wound. Oh no, Tyranids. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a ton of Leviathan saves. So I'll gather those up, and I'll just walk over here because it roll them in sets of 2. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll start with this one. I need to roll 2 6s to keep that 1 warrior with 1 wound alive. Man. Oh. Okay, so let's do that again. Man, all right. So for everyone that always watches and sees my Tyranids always saying against the Salamanders, oh, the Leviathan's living. This is what it's like. As a Necron player, I hate it right now. So we'll continue through. We've got 4 more sets to roll through. Nope, that's his 2 more wounds taken. Come on. That's another dead warrior. Starting fresh. Saved. Come on, double 6s for another one. No. So that is a total of 1. Oops. 2 more warriors coming up there. So, sorry, I'm actually going to pull this guy. Keep my Venomcanons. They somehow make it out of here alive. There we go. So spiders getting work done in there. So pretty solid performance from them. Now we're going to step back over this way. I know it's a little bit back and forth. Again, this report, the whole idea is showing dice rolls just to kind of get a feel for it. Normally, like I said, in other games, a bit more of a time crunch, being that this battle report actually is being filmed over 2 nights. I have kids, so life is busy. All right, so the Tyrant is fighting against the Lord. See if he can take one. He has 3 wounds left. Looking for those 3s. The Tyrant. Yeah. Then looking for 3s again. Rerolling. And those 6s, I brought Toxin Sacs on him. Or a Toxin Sac. Rerolling that. Oh man, he is in trouble. So that means these are 4 flat damage each. Oh goodness. So, for these 2, need 2 4-ups for the Necron Lord. Or else he's dead. No rerolls. He's gone. The Lord is gone. This is not good for the Necrons. So, I quickly rolled off camera thinking not a whole lot's going to happen. These warriors attack back to avenge their fallen lord. 4 wounds go through. He's got 4 wounds. He's got 4 dice here. Is a Tyrant taken out by some Necron warriors? 2 wounds. But then I do have my catalyst. Even still. It's a wound down to his bottom profile. Slowly but surely. That's the name of the game here for these Necron warriors. And they are within range of the adaptive strategy from the Warden, I believe so. I'm going to double check that, but I'm pretty sure they are. Anyway, that ends Tyranid's turn 3. So gaining 2 points from engaging all fronts, being that I caught myself there. for a total of 14 more points. So we're at 28 points to 14 points on the Necron side. So it's been neck and neck. This is a good game, folks. Very excited to share this with everyone. All right, so that ends Necron's moving. I was not quite in range with that. It was only 9 inches for some reason. I thought it was 12. I was getting it mixed up with the Overlord's distance. I gained a CP back. I don't really know if I'm going to spend it on anything, to be honest. Not a whole lot to use it with. So these guys actually, I guess the biggest event this turn would be the Warriors here moving backwards onto this objective to get some shots off at the Lictor itself. All right, so for shooting, these 6 warriors are going to fire at the Lictor, so looking for 3s. Not bad. Actually, sorry, I need 4s to hit because it's -1, right? I remember the rules for the Lictor. Then, oops, looking for 3s to wound the Lictor. Yikes, 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 yikes. So 4 saves, actually, sorry, yeah, 4 saves of 6 up because I add 2 to my cover, and then it's AP -3. So it'd be a 3 up save going up to 6. No, so 4 wounds taken on the Lictor. I think that's it for him. Sadly, it is. So the Lictor is no more. The Warden shooting at these gaunts, see if we can clear them out of this section and reclaim this objective, being that Necron's only scoring 5 points for primaries this turn, so starting to fall a little bit behind. So 3s, all hit. Looking for 3s again to kill because I'm not in Leviathan. So 2 gaunts go down. Not enough to kill them. Okay, so for combats now, the Royal Warden charged in here at these gaunts. See if we can clear them off. So we get 3 attacks. That's the only charge that also happened this turn, so 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Then while we're here, the Tyrant will attack here. He gets, I get to choose who's next. I'm going to go with them. I don't think my 2 warriors will kill the spider, so I may as well kill some extra warriors just in case, Hey. So he is in his bottom profile, so 4s now, so 3 hits. Then moving on 3s, re-rolling. Boom. So that is 3 reanimations, being that there's no save for them. AP -3. 1 made. So 2 guys fall. I'll grab those 2 in a second here. So now we're going to move into the combat with the warriors and spiders. Being that over this way the Tyrant has done its attack, so I'll choose here, that way they don't get some warriors hitting me, Tyranid warriors. So looking for 4s. That's literally average. Then 2s again, let's see if we can finish off these warriors. There we go, so 5 altogether. So I just got these here, so I'll roll 5 sets of these to see if I can mitigate the damage with the Leviathan. So first one, that's 1. Next one, that's 2. So that's, I'll just pull to represent here. It's the 5 wounds, so that's 2 gone. Next set, I get a warrior with 1 wound left. He's gone. It is possible here if I roll at least 2 6s in these next 4 dice. I have to roll double 6s like last time. Not today. So the warriors are finished off. One thing I forgot, just getting so into really trying to think about everything, I forgot to shoot with these guys. So we're going to go back. I'm going to resolve that. It's a ton of dice to roll here. We'll see if I actually kill off the warriors in shooting, and that means my spiders will actually get to charge the Malanthrope, which means the Necrons, after all my mulling about and forgetting something, could really be sitting well in this game. All right, so rolling very well in the shooting. I have 10 saves to make with these warriors. No AP on this as well. Drop the dice there. So, excuse me, looking for 4 ups. See if we can survive. So that is 1 down, 2 down. All right. So as long as I don't roll a 6 here, those spiders are free to do what they want. There's also, you might be saying too, if you're watching this. The spiders are touching the terrain there, and there is a couple windows there they can see through, so they can actually see the warriors. All right, so don't roll a 6 for the Necrons. There it is, I dropped 1. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Okay, so there's a warrior left with a wound, and that's it. Then I rolled it up again. I'm also just gonna keep the same result. So in the combat for the spiders, even after the shooting, they killed off these warriors anyways, just for the number of wounds that were done. However, not enough in the shooting. That would have been huge to kill them off, and the Necrons could have moved up to clear them out. So unfortunate part for there. However, now I'm going to roll it on camera here. There is a total of 6 warriors to take out 3 wounds on a Hive Tyrant. I have 1 CP left for my Necrons. I have 1 ability that can add a strength, but it won't matter at this point against the Tyrant, so I'm going to save that CP just in case for something else. So let's roll it up. It's 4 hits. And then looking for 5s. Come on. Nothing. So that's it. And then they're good for morale as well. Just, yeah. Leadership at 10. So there we have it. So at the end of the Necron's turn, again, it would have been huge to clear off that, because then these guys could have performed a charge, and if they killed the Malanthrope, that would have been 1-2 table quarters getting purged the vermin, being that lictor's gone, since that guy's wholly within. And if I killed the Tyrant and them, it would have been a 6 points, so putting Necrons right back in, having only gained 5 for primaries this turn. So however, still, while we stand, we fight, still active. So Necron's not out of it yet by any means. So we'll come back after Tyranids turn 3. Tyranids movement done, gaining 15 for primaries, getting 6 for resupply, holding these 2 here, earning 3 a turn with that. So movement done. Tyrant effects moved over this way. I'm going to charge in there, plus I can now get shots off at the Warden. I move these gaunts around to hold this objective still and fall back. I know I'm within 3. He can heroically intervene and still stay in combat. However, the game plan is here to have him shoot at the Warden. And then the Malanthrope jump from this table quarter over to this one, being that the Tyrant effects isn't wholly within this quarter, to deny purge to the vermin, and then these guys shift it forward. So that's going to force me to have to use my Necrons with these guys to come over, shoot at 3 little gaunts. Hopefully this guy doesn't make it back in, rather than commit to my other threats over here. The Tyrant effects move forward, getting line of sight onto these guys. I'm not as worried about the spiders. I want to finish these warriors off. That way they're not going to be holding that objective too, so more emphasis on them. So I have range now with the turn effects, and he is just within 3 inches of that objective as well. So we'll move right into the psychic phase for the Hive Tyrant here. Casting his powers, looking for smite first, so I need at least a 5. Super smite, because we add 1 to the roll, so it is 11 with Resonance Barb, so it's D6. If I get a 6 here, that is the warrior's gone. 5, all but 1. And then I will use Psychic Scream next. Goes off. That is the end of the warriors. Catalysting himself. Oh no. I have 1 CP, and I will spend it to reroll that. What a tease. So yeah, so Catalyst goes off. He's giving it to himself, and that is it for the warriors there. That is 5 points taken from the Necrons. So things starting to go Tyranid's way here, unfortunately for the Necrons. I'm shooting to go down now. This Tyrant effects is going to use his acid spray on the Warden. A total of 7 shots. Looking for 3s. That'll do it. So 1, 2. These are D3 wounds each. Haven't really got to take this into play yet. So 6 saves with the Royal Warden. I don't believe he has an invul of any type, so he has a 4-up. So come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. So how many wounds does our friend the Warden have? He has a total of 4 wounds. So See the damage from the turn effect. So if I roll a, he's dead. Yeah, he only had 4 wounds. However, the Necrons do have a stratagem on a 4-up. I'm going to spend my 1 and only CP with them on a 4-up. He stands back up with the 3 wounds. No. So the Warden is gone, and this is likely going to be curtains for the Necrons, unfortunately. Folks, so that ends the turn here for the Tyranids. So with the Warden killed off, the Warriors being gone here, then the turn effect shot down into these Warriors. Only 2 remained. I rolled for morale because that's the end of the Necron turn. These guys are good. So only 4 died thanks to reanimation. There was 1 guy left, and then I made a reanimation roll kept that guy alive. So in total, the Tyranids at 51 points, where they maxed on their primates. Didn't get any engage though, and then scoring 6 for resupply. So I'm gonna play this out. Wild things could happen here. We'll know very quickly though by the end of this turn if the Necrons have any shot at victory. All right, so Necron movement has ended. So scoring a total of 3 points for resupply, only 5 on primary. These guys move this way to fire at the Gaunts to clear them off. I know it's risky going this way, however I have my Spiders, which are going to tie up the Tyrant effects. I have no CP, so there's no Overwatch. Hopefully with the shooting, if they kill off the Malanthrope, could happen. Then these guys, and then they come in and put some hurt onto that Tyrant effects, it'll be looking good. However, I'm debating on shooting at this Tyrant, because if I kill the Tyrant, actually, it'll be even better. So, hard to say. We'll come back, though, after the shooting and see what it looks like. And, well, we'll know if the Necrons stand a chance. Well, we'll just roll it here. So, 4 shots in total against 3 Gaunts. Looking for 4s. Looking for 3s, not 4s. That'll do it. Now we need 3s again. 3 3s will kill them, being that there's no synapse nearby. 3 3s is all they need. The Necrons do have 1 CP. I think we're going to have to do it to kill them, because that's some points on the board. So 3 up. Got it. That is all the command points gone for the Necrons. But Gaunts removed. 2 table quarters clear, at least. And if they kill... Actually, yes, that Tyrant's going to have to be Tyrant, because if the Tyrant gets taken out, I could have saved that mortal wound one, but I had to do that. So that was points on the boards here. So these guys are going to fire in at him now. It is a lot of dice, so I'll roll any wounds or save that need to be made on camera. Right, so I've rolled up the shooting for the particle beamers from these Spiders. There it is, 6 wounds in total. 3 wounds remaining on the Tyrant. I do have Catalyst. This guy's been tanking wounds all game. It'll be incredible if he stands up to this. So here we go. No AP actually, I'm not in half range, so it's going to be 3 up saves. He's still alive with, down to 1 wound. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Had I have saved that mortal wound? Actually, no, I would have had to get 6s for that, but there we go. Down to a single wound. The Hive Tyrant standing defiantly in this game. All right, so the Spiders have charged the Malanthrope, just the Malanthrope. They got a plan here. So, we take out the Malanthrope, pile into the, consolidate into the Tyrant effects. Positioning wise, I just moved the Spiders. I got a 9 or something for the charge. This guy went into base here, so if I kill off the Malanthrope, the plan then will be to consolidate over this way, enough that he can't move back past my base here, or that way. So this Tyrant effects will be stuck in combat. It won't have enough movement to get it out of engagement range in the terrain there. So that'll prevent him from running away, keeping these guys in combat. I know the Tyrant can come over quite easily and very likely make a charge, plus get some powers off. However, if the powers fail, do some wounds, could kill that Tyrant effects, plus I'm holding that objective. You never know. Okay, so I have the dice all laid out here against the Malanthrope. So we're looking for 4s with the Spiders. Here we go. There it is. Not quite what I wanted for the Necrons. Looking for 3s to wound now. Come on. That's not what I needed or wanted. So no save. However, that is a total of 4 Leviathan saves to make, or rolls. That's not what you want to see. So taking 3 wounds in total on the Malanthrope, who then gets the strike back. All right, folks, so I'm gonna call the game here. So I consolidated in here just to see what happened, and these guys I just had to tie up that turn effects. He got dropped down to another wound, then moving into the Tyranid's turn. Very likely this guy's gonna get killed off by the acid spray, which will be double firing. And then this Tyrant has enough movement to come up here, and then with any bit of an advance, even 1 inch, he's going to see those guys, and they'll be the only ones that are getting hit by Smite and a Psychic Scream. So very likely both those powers will go off with Resonance Barb, plus 1 CP to do a reroll, and that would do it. And then either way, it's impossible now for the Necrons to catch up on primaries. However, with Vermins, Purge the Vermin, they did get 4 more points, for a total of 7 and 13 more points. So that puts us at a final score of 36. We're calling it where it is. We'll just do that. In the Walby stands, I mean, these guys would be dead, so I guess definitely not that. So I'd say 5 more. So like 41 points probably by the end of the game. These guys very likely could be living on a wound. So we'll give the Necrons that, and then Tyranids at 61. So 61 to 41 is the score. So all in all, not too bad. It was actually a very close game. As you saw with the dice rolls, it's just the Tyranids just really coming ahead here. Necrons played well, some good moves being made, but unfortunately just the dice not on their side. Overall, though, I really liked how these two forces matched up against one another. I really do think if Necrons had got first, could have been a very different story, getting some damage off early, especially how early I tanked a ton of wounds with the Tyranofex and Hive Tyrant. So just doing incredible results from them. So obviously unit of the game for me would be this Hive Tyrant, just unstoppable. On the Necron side, unit of the game, it's tough to say. I feel like it was just kind of like pretty even across the board. No one really stood out to me. Everyone did their job and did it well. Unfortunately, I would have liked to see the Lord either take out the Hive Tyrant, just survive heroically, or something like that. So please do leave me a comment if you enjoyed this type of report where we show a bit more of the roles. Again, it's the one thing in saying that it's tough when we're doing our games, like when it's me and an actual opponent. Often we're playing in the evening when my kids go to sleep, and there is a bit of banter. It's a good hangout time for us as well, and on top of playing 40k. So it's time-wise, it's not always realistic to get all the rolls in, because it is a bit more time-consuming, again, like looking and grabbing the dice. But in doing these practice matches, it was a lot of fun, and actually it was really exciting getting to share a lot of the results on camera too. So this has me motivated to potentially alter some of our reports, potentially offer 2 different styles of formats, and plan ahead if we're going to do a longer style like this. So please let me know if you did really enjoy this. We can continue to deliver more. Again, the whole idea is to bring entertaining content that is easy to follow along with and enjoyable, and also showcases some different variety of armies. So we get the dead piles here. Necrons wasted away. Tyranids taking a bunch of casualties. However, again, lots of things just limping along. Looking at you. So stay tuned for tons more battle reports. I hope you enjoyed the battle against myself here. If it is something that you do enjoy, like potentially this is a look where I get to talk a little bit more and feel a bit more casual and like taking more time to talk about things on camera, something that I could do maybe more often. Is a little, again, time consuming doing this, but it actually was a lot of fun. It was really cool seeing these factions play out, and it's just honestly seeing the models that I painted up playing off against one another. I'm really happy with how the Necrons turned out, and obviously I love my Tyranids. So that's it. Thanks for watching. 1,500 points of Necrons should be done, like I said, in a week or 2, so we'll expand on the battle sizes. I personally really like Strike Force, although Incursion honestly is a blast. It's very fast-paced, very aggressive games, which is a ton of fun, but I also really want to see how the Necrons play out on a larger table, where the advantage of their range will really come into play. But that's it. Stay tuned for more battle reports coming your way.